We open with the vultures, kissing the cannibals. Should I get lonely when I'm the only human in the heat of the animals? Bitter brown salt stinging on my tongue. I wanna wait its turn. It will be burn. Burn your love into the ground with the lips of another. Do you get lonely? Should I get lonely sometimes? All my friends are wasted, and I hate this club. Man, I drink too much. Another Friday night I've wasted. My eyes are black and red. I'm crawling back to your bed. Another Friday night I've wasted. My eyes are black and red. I'm crawling back to your bed.
Folks, the long old week wait for Wednesday is over. We've descended down to Devon. It's a Southwest showdown. It's Exeter versus Bath in round 14 of BUCS Super Rugby at Sandy Park. All right, guys, the best league in the land, probably the most talked about league in the land right now, is back on your screens. I'm delighted to say that current Exeter student, current Exeter chief, former England under-20, in fact World Championship winner Ben Cohen is here. And if you haven't seen this kid before in action, well, check him out now, because this is what happened when these two met in one of the great nights of BUCS Super Rugby.
Keep it in
Almost
there.
takes them to the line. The travel, the
Wins.
carry,
Winter.
the try.
Great line.
Race in Exeter. And
Here
his
we go.
carry puts Exeter on the front
Here we
foot.
go.
Jed Finley carry, travelling,
Great try,
gliding. Too easy.
Cohen and Nick Allison, I've gone played England under 20s with, and then on the Bath side, like I know all the lads on there, so yeah, it's quite a weird aspect actually. Here we go, driving ball.
Exeter flex their mauling muscles with some might, just destined
try.
for that left-hand corner. Pure power from the Devonians. Precious moments in the 22. A try chalked off moments ago. Exeter shoulders
Here we
to
go,
the
Ainsworth
wheel.
came.
Ainsworth
Great
came
try.
through a chasm. Exeter were at 6s and 7s.
Got to be patient here, patient.
Mears, well, confusion reigned and somehow Bath find a way
And
to continue to
try
advance
Charlie Griffin.
and forge ahead. And Will Rouet has the opportunity to enhance this lead recaptured yet more.
This guy does not miss. Look at him.
Line that is in danger of being broken here from 5 metres out. Exeter already have one more try to their name, but their line-out malfunction in the latter stages of the first half, claimed by Maloney, and Exeter are rocking and rolling, and they're roaring to the paint.
Great.
The brothers sling it wide, Lineker celebrating and lifting it.
Look at him, mate. Mizzy and Lineker on fire that last passage of play. Oh, great drill. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Getting there, Jack Woods, Charlie Griffin.
Well, Exeter
Put your
have
head
been
in there.
fractured.
Go over the line. Go on,
And
Pearson.
the brothers
Yes.
blow their way to the line. And the rivets of the wreck are shaking.
Oh, who's that? Get out of the way.
For any defence. Penalty advantage. Dab through once
Bates has
again.
got that.
Perfection from Cohen. And brilliant Batson
Look at that.
pounces in front of the ERC Ultras. Ben Cohen. Ben Cohen has missed just once all night. The conversion in the first half. This penalty draws the match level.
Shot, great shot.
Straight, true. And
Ice in his veins, slide it, drilled.
has
Green a bit.
the coolest head in Somerset. You can turn a tea towel over the bar players. They're so tight. Exeter hold it up.
Great D. Absolute great D. That's the game. That's immense. That's unlucky for the brothers, but what a game of rugby that has been.
Hi, 9,200 at the Rec. Over 40,000 of you tuned in on the stream for two fully stacked sides delivering on the big stage. And the man who sealed it, you, Ben. I mean, look, you played Gallagher Prem, you played under 20. Was that?
Oh, Burnsy, you know, it was one of those nights I think will live long in my memories. I think Wednesday nights playing for your uni with your mates in front of 9,000 fans is what rugby's made of, and I absolutely loved it. It was one of those special evenings, and yeah, to do it with loads of my mates at uni was great. It was awesome, really awesome.
And the EURFC flair in the corner going wild as well.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. Look, we got a great subs club at Exeter, so they travelled long and far up to there for Bath, and they delivered, and that's what you love doing it for. Those memories, and with all your mates there in the crowd. Yeah, really special. Wednesdays are just real special, and yeah, I loved it.
Look, we've sort of touched on where your career's been, where it's going, and I just wonder, like, what experiences like tonight, because we got a fully loaded Sandy Park here tonight, how they played a role in building you to the player that you are now in terms of pressure scenarios, not just your style of play.
I think for me, I owe a lot to BUCS Super Rugby. Like, I came out of school, I didn't have a contract, and through BUCS Super Rugby, through EURFC, I fought my way to England 20s to get a contract, and I do really owe a lot to it. I think it builds a lot of strength, and it builds a lot of ability to cope with pressure. You know, lights like this really help, and I think, yeah, you're playing against men, you're playing in that really high standard of rugby. So yeah, I do owe a lot to it, and it has developed me massively in terms of where I am today. And nights like that, nights like these at Sandy Park make you be able to deal with that pressure and those nerves. And I think, yeah, it's awesome. I love it. I'm getting excited, too excited talking about it. I want to be out there tonight.
I was going to say, you jealous of the lads who are going out there tonight?
I was actually thinking, I'm getting goosebumps just listening to the crowd start to rev up, to the supporters start to get ready for it. Yeah, they're special nights, and yeah, really, really good.
And as far as rivalries go, it's a real nice one that's developing between Exeter and Bath. It's obviously, you know, your Loughboroughs, your Hartbury's, you know, and Durham's as well for a period. But this Southwest Showdown, and also the fact that so many of the players get Prem Cup action against each other as well. What's it like?
Yeah, it is nice, because I think it's probably developed from, I remember in my first year we played Bath in the semi-final and beat them, but then since then we've had back and forth ties, and you know a lot of players through either Prem Cup, like you said, England 20s, England 18s, so there's that rivalry there, and I think whatever sides get put out, you're going to see a great game of rugby, because they're two very well coached, very physical, very well drilled sides with a lot of good talented players in it.
Yeah. All right then, so how's this game won and lost tonight?
I think for me, Bath, whatever, if you're playing them at academy level, uni level, or senior level, you know their blueprint, they're going to be physical, their kicking game's massive, so I think kicking game tonight on those 9s and 10s is going to be huge, and with the win we've got...
How tough's it going to be?
I know, there's going to be a few ropey kicks, but I think kicking game's huge, and then that set piece battle's going to be massive. Look, I think we've got Tom Gully tonight making his 50th appearance at prop. You've got big boys in that Bath pack, Max Pearce, so I think up front's going to be key, and then who can control that middle third is going to be massive.
All right, this is what it's all about right here. Yeah. We got the league title, seen better days, and we got the cup as well. In fact, this has been polished up by Jack, because he was outshone by the Durham Trophy the other day. I mean, how special would it be for either of these groups of lads to end lifting one of these trophies?
I think it's massive. Look, like I said, in my first year I won the league luckily, and we got pipped in the final, and the league is there, but you really want that cup. You want that cup. You want to win it in the final. You want to go all the way. So I think this is what everyone sets their eyes on at the start of the season, and anyone who doesn't, I think they're lying. So especially sides tonight, Exeter, Bath, will have their eyes on these. But all it is about tonight is getting your process right. Look, the crowd's starting to rev up now, and I'm getting excited just looking at it.
All right, it is absolutely pumping here at Sandy Park. I caught up with the two coaches, Gareth Elliott and Aaron James, and you're going to hear from them. It's going to give me and Ben just enough time to run up to the gantry and see you back on comms. Hi Gareth, thanks for welcoming us to Sandy Park. Another sold out Sandy Park. It's the second time you've done it this season. You must be immensely proud of, I guess, the relationship that the club has with the rest of the students here at Exeter Uni.
Yeah, it's amazing. This season's been brilliant with the game at the Rec as well, 9,000 there, and then 2 back-to-back sellouts here at Sandy Park. It speaks to, I guess, university rugby in general, blooming, rugby in the southwest and rugby in Exeter. Like you say, the partnership with Exeter Chiefs and being able to play at Sandy Park in front of so many really passionate fans is such an amazing occasion for everybody involved. And yeah, we love having these fixtures, so really appreciate the support from Sandy Park and Exeter Chiefs to put them on.
Look, your lads seem to rise to the challenge as well. The anniversary game at the Rec, you dished up Durham emphatically as well just before Christmas. How do you get your team to rise to the challenge when there's a lot of pressure as well that could go negatively against them?
Yeah, I think the guys have been really good at just focusing on the fundamentals of their game, and it served them well in those games. Obviously the game away at the Rec was a really tight game, and there was moments in that game where we had to really fight it out, scrap it out, but there was also moments where we just focused on doing what we do every week, and that served us really well. I think since then there's been a couple wobbles, but we're looking to get back to that sort of form where in big games, like you say, in really high pressure games we perform.
Yeah, you've mentioned those wobbles. They came off the back of the highs of Bath and Durham. What was it that was missing from the squad in those defeats?
I think, like I said, when we were good, we were really focused on our basics, on our fundamentals. I think in those games our focus just drifted a little bit, whether you call it complacency at that stage, or whether you just call it change of environment, change of impetus from the opposition. We got tested and we probably went away from those things that were serving us really well. So yeah, I think now it's about just focusing on what we're good at and doing the basics of our game really well. That's when we look our best.
Excellent, look forward to seeing you in action. Go well.
Thank you.
Here we go, Aaron. Exeter v Bath, a repeat of maybe one of the greatest nights ever in BUCS Super Rugby history. You guys have got an amazing rivalry.
Yeah, we have, though we've never won down here, so hopefully that can change tonight.
Any talk of revenge after what happened at the Rec back in, when was it, October?
None of that, just focusing on performance tonight. It's just, we know what we're going to get here, and really hard Exeter's a side that's always well prepared. So
look, we're going to have a lot of people tuning in again after what went down at that anniversary game. Your team looks a lot different. It's you're a victim of your own success in many ways, with all those under-20s call-ups, lots of boys involved for Bath in Prem Cup. So talk to us about the pressure that puts on you and your squad.
Well, firstly, look, it's fantastic. We've got all these guys got an opportunity to play for their country over the next weeks. As a club, we're really proud of them and so pleased. That's the nature of uni rugby. Look, we've been in since August, and these guys have been itching for a shot to show themselves and play in this big stage. So, look, as staff, as coaches, as medical, as S&C, psych, we're right behind not only the guys that are away with us from internationals, but these guys that want to step up and take the shot. And I always said to everybody since I got here, look, you're only in this league, you're only as good as your second team, and we're on player number 49 tonight, and but we're confident in them, and they're confident in themselves, and let's see what happens.
All right, I bet you're going to tell me it's one game at a time when I ask you this, but look, you're locked on points with Loughborough ahead of this round. You're meeting them in round 17. We're only 4 games left after today. Are you thinking about that title at all, that league title and the race that you're in?
No, not at all. Look, we're pleased to be. We've been at the other end, second from bottom, and it's sort of a bit nicer up there. But no, look, it can change tonight. It's the age-old cliche of BUCS Super Rugby. Everyone can beat everyone. You never count anything, and that's definitely what I learnt from last year. And so just cliche again, game by game, and because that's what this league is. You have to do it. There's teams that can get pumped and turn around, knock the top off just easy like that. So yeah, Cardiff. Exeter first, then Cardiff, then Swansea, then Loughborough, then Durham. They're all bloody hard, really hard.
Well, maybe a bit of history for you tonight, Aaron. Go well, mate.
Thanks very much, Joe. Good to see you.
Over 6,500 amassed for the South West Showdown and a shootout for the BUCS Super Rugby League. Here come the brothers. To a cacophony of partisan sound generated by the fervent Exeter crowd who've been revved up by a performance from the Exeter Emeralds beforehand. Let's see the players who are throwing down today. Starting with Exeter, big night for Tom Gully, 50th BUCS Super Rugby appearance. He'll lead the team out, and he's also one try away from surpassing the all-time season record. In fact, you can see him coming out just now. Sammy Erskine leads the team at number 8. Noah Fenton, Jed Finley, Ollie Marr, electric back three. Tries teaming from all sides, and Tyler Bailey, 12th for the season, joint top scorer across the league. For Bath and the brothers, it is much change from the side that took to the field in that famous night at the Rec. James Beverley, the 4th year, Marshall sings from 10, and he has the only remaining back, Isaac Mears, alongside him for company from that match back in October. Max Pearce, captains at hooker, Ewan Coyle and Fred Kempton and Will Keelop make up a menacing back row. And it's a big return as well for Henry Mountford. First game back this season after a nasty knee injury. I mean, the place is absolutely rocking, Ben.
Oh, Swan. Yeah, you can hear the ERFC fans down below, and Jesus, I'm excited for this one. It'll be a good contest, and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Bath, the brothers in blue, reclaim the kickoff, and that is just what they'll want to get a bit of carrying under their belt. Archie McNichol, well, he's a 4th year. Well, he's on a Masters, in fact. 4 years in an undergrad, took a couple of years out, and now doing a Masters, almost as old as Aaron James out there tonight. As Exeter bring the noise defensively, fighting through that breakdown. Oh, take a bit of that.
Great shot from Rory Ellaby.
Rory Ellaby with a monster hit. And Exeter right up for it defensively in tandem with James Boylan. Oh, but then the man who made the thunderous hit drops the ball, and we'll see the first scrum of the game.
Too excited, wasn't he? Made that massive hit and then forgot to catch the ball. But great first set there from Exeter, I think. Looking to bring the line speed and outstanding collisions. Big scrum this. Tom Gully packing down on his 50th appearance. Big strength of his. So yeah, be interesting to see how it goes this first scrum.
He is a big old rooster, yeah, isn't he, Tom Gully?
Been around the block. Played as you said, 50 games now for the uni, and yeah, he's been a stalwart in this side for 3 years.
One away from surpassing the record held jointly by Benji Jocelyn and Seb Driscoll. Yeah. I didn't know that Seb Driscoll scored so many.
I know, he won't like me saying this, but he used to actually get himself over the line quite a lot, surprisingly. But
Prem debut recently for Quins, and Isaac Mears tests the fringes and links up with Coyle. So industrious, one of those men who's been through the ranks of the brothers. A classic BUCS Super Rugby tale, and from the break, Exeter infringe, and this could be early points harvested from the tee for Bath.
Good start there from Bath. I like that play off the scrum, went quite narrow and then played out the back, and yeah, really paid dividend
as they look to go to the corner. Maul, a big strength of theirs through, whether that's through academy, through their senior side. I wouldn't be surprised if they go to the Maul here. Test Exeter's Maul D out early draws.
Well, it's in the DNA, isn't it, for Bath, who sit in second, and they're 5 points adrift of Loughborough in first now. They defeated Leeds Beckett with a bonus point earlier today. Exeter in third, just ahead of Durham by virtue of head-to-head. And then immediately there is some momentum.
Gone to a 5+1 here, and then their forwards extra forwards joined.
Well, taking on Exeter for a brawl, then it's the carry from Oscar Bennett, dished up though once more.
Good shot again from Rory Ellaby.
The midfield hungry for contact. Max Pearce, full Bath senior honours, but again Exeter coughing up a penalty.
Yeah, they seem to have dealt with that Maul pretty well at the start there, but obviously I think that was Tyler Bailey singled out there and changing his bind. So I imagine Bath will go same again. Looks go to a Maul, probably a 5-man, and then let that extra forward and centres join to try and get them over the line. But we'll see.
Well, Tom Hilton wearing 4, you can see him just about to arrive. He's the key caller, and he's an absolute lighthouse of a human. And why wouldn't you go to a man of that length?
There we go, centres, wingers, and the 8 joining.
Full court,
get everyone in there.
Full court press from the brothers. Ollie Cedric is the only man outside of that 15-metre channel, but Exeter has somehow stopped the surge. Bath pour in.
That's outstanding, Maul D there.
Exeter re-steal, the fumble, and no, it was knocked out. I think a hand came in there, and that is a naive indiscretion.
That's not the start you want. They dealt with that really well as well. That's the thing. It's I don't know who that's gone.
I think that might be your jersey. Is that Nick Allison?
Nick Allison in the 10. What's he doing at the bottom of the wall there? I think it is Nick Allison. Yeah.
Well, he's more often seen at 12.
12, yeah.
Nick Allison. Certainly, he played there outside you, didn't he, for England 20s in the summer in Italy.
Very good player at 10 or 12, but didn't need to do that there. That's a bit silly, but here we go, Bath again.
Pressure piling up on Exeter. That is miraculously claimed by Springer.
Take.
And that advertising board is wreaking havoc, isn't it? That sort of pink hue on the defensive efforts that's blending in with our referee's jersey as well.
Doesn't look like it's going too wide here. Bath are pretty narrow, and their wingers and outside backs are looking pretty disinterested, so I imagine it'll be tuck it up under the jumper, old school, and see how much they can take.
Full forward assault for the time being from Bath. Just stepping in there, Archie McNichol, and again another driven shot. Tom Gully in and amongst them, dealing the heavy blow. Goodness me.
Great defensive set that.
Ellaby is right in there as a bit of biff spills over. Ewan Coyle in the heart of it all, and it revs up a few chilly engines in the stands here at Sandy Park.
That's exactly what we want. Nice bit of coming together between the two sets of players early doors, letting each other know who they are. Great defensive set though there from Exeter, outstanding. I think that was Ellaby and Frank Jeffries again in the midfield, putting their body on the line. Outstanding.
Well, there go Sammy Erskine and Max Pearce, asked to reprimand their charges. It's only minute 6, so we don't want things bubbling
not yet
too aggressively. Ewan Cole, who was sort of the focus of that fray for a moment, he started in the 5th team at Bath when he came to uni. Aaron James, by his own admission, said he didn't know who the bloke was for much of his first year, and here he is now, instrumental figure on the edge of this scrum for Bath. Well, that was a bullet to the face, and it was brilliantly taken by Frank Jeffries. That's what you call a carry right there.
James Boylan. I think the key here for Exeter is, look, they're a man down early doors and their 10's gone, so James Howard here looking to marshal the forwards and try work their way up the pitch as effectively as possible.
Who steps in at 10 here now, Ben?
I would imagine Jed Findlay. You can see him marshalling things a bit, but he would he would step in. He'd be the natural guy to step in at 10. He's a very good ball player from full-back, so I'd imagine he would step in, and that's gone.
Oh, that is held up really nicely as far as Exeter concerned. Right in no man's land. No one wanted to lay claim to it, and Jeffries picks it up magnificently. Hoop jerseys queuing up out wide right if there's the vision, but unfortunately it's a man in a head guard with only eyes on contact. Finley whips it across the face, and then Miles steps in. First carry for the centre come winger. Here's Boylan, who made that barnstorming break to put Exeter on the front foot. Now the turn of Tyler Bailey. A dozen tries in only a few more many rounds. Ellaby following in the family footsteps, his brother Hugo, key in the title tilts of Exeter years gone by.
Good possession, good keeping hold of the ball here. I think this is, like I said, they've got a yellow card, so they've got to be careful with keeping up.
Oh, well, hands went in there. There were two, so it's just knock-on advantage. Mile goes on a mazy run, just dismissing Bath defenders.
Advantage over from the knock-on.
And now Finley looks for friends, only finds a blue blanket before him, driven by Will Keylock. To Penny, Rolongeval. Big night for him, so too Tom Gully. Doesn't have his old mate.
Great clear out.
Josh Mann alongside him. Out injured just as he was on the brink of more Chiefs action. Slightly laboured ball. Fenton. Oh, blows through. A second challenge.
No
somehow
way
makes it to the line. Fenton.
That is some finish.
Had absolutely no right to score that try.
Telling you, that boy is special. I went to school with him and seen him come all the way up through the ranks, and Jesus Christ, he's good at finishing. That was unbelievable from Fenton there. He had no right to score that, did he?
Lift off at EURFC from their pocket rocket on the left.
Some player, that was, you know, these big nights, it's cliche, but you need big players to stand up, and he's one of them. And look, he's created something out of nothing there. It's probably 4 or 5 defenders he's beaten in 5 meters of space, and yeah, it's outstanding finish. You can't teach that.
So Exeter, with just 14 on the field after the early yellow card to their fly half, and in England under 20, of all people, Nick Allison, have gone from their 22 to Bath's try line. And the former Scotland 20s man who's played every minute of every game, Jed Finley, is denied by a late gust of wind into the post.
That's the perfect start for Exeter there. Look, you can't ask for much more. They've worked their way from their own try line all the way back up and scored in the corner there. It's outstanding. Just what you demand when you've gone down to 14 men. I think key message here is going to be a clean exit and then get back up there and try and put as much pressure on Bath.
So Beverley in the role that James Lineker and Will Rouet have executed with aplomb this season. Drops another good hanger there. It's good kick-off routines at the moment from Bath, although they don't retain it. Soups. Rolongeval.
Let's go, 9. 9.
It's another great kick.
Swirling into Harry Walker. And look at the fight to drive on through the challenge from Will Keylock. Started life as a hooker, Will Keylock, before his mate suggested that he might be better suited to the back row. Inside ball gets left behind.
Oh, that's huge.
And offside from said knock-on from Rocky Prowse.
Saw a bit of blunders on blunders action there. Fenton getting stuck into his old teammate Rocky. That's what we like to see. But yeah.
So we were touching on that beforehand. So your team at school was you at 10, you had Lucas Yap at fullback, Rocky Prowse on the edge, and Noah Fenton on the other.
Yeah.
And you still didn't win the
Still
Daily
didn't win
Mail Cup.
anything. Yeah, I know. You can blame our coaches there. No, I'll blame Tony Yap.
Yeah. I'm have to blame him.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Exeter go to their maul here. I think it's a big weapon, and especially as they're down to 14, look to build as much pressure and waste as much time as possible.
Well, you've hardly noticed the yellow card, and that is a testament to the manner in which Exeter have gone about their business. Tyler Bailey, he's got a real nose for the pain.
It's a great drive.
Been in this situation many a time, and Exeter are looking to drive through this Bath pack from about 40 metres.
You've got plenty of advantage, right?
But the advantage is there in the back pocket for James Howard. Ewan Coyle, the culprit.
That's an outstanding result there. Look, they've worked their way up from their own try line again, and now another opportunity to put the ball into corner, and we've seen the damage that Moore can do there, so I wouldn't be surprised if Jeb Findlay called for the same and asked for a more and asked the forwards to go to work again.
I see that the stand there at the end. That's the first time I've seen that section filled out at an Exeter varsity. So they're beginning to have to open more sections, get more stewards. That's the success of this event. Twice a year, it was a dismantling of Durham
Sideways one side.
just before Christmas, and right now in these opening salvos, it might just be Bath being blown away. Big shoulder, a bit of granite there to shut down the carry, and Bath needed that.
Yeah, they did. There's a bit of momentum going back their way there. That's Exeter on top there, but they've done well at the maul and defended well there. I just see below us Nick Allison warming back up, so it's not actually an end of the world for Exeter. Look, they've weathered that 10-minute period pretty well, and now they're going to get their star man back on at 10. So yeah.
Well, I should take this moment just to point out kind of the personnel that is missing for a lot of these sides. As far as Bath are concerned, they've got 10 involved in the Six Nations under-20s across England, Wales, and maybe Italy. Is Enoch Opoku-Giamfi still eligible? Although he's a fully fledged international now. They've got Kepu Tuipulotu, who's playing for England A on Friday nights, and Billy Seller is in the England senior squad. So, and then there's a whole host who are probably going to be with Bath for their Prem Cup fixture. Well, James Maloney as well, who would be playing 6 for Exeter, is with Bath at the moment. I wonder if that was strategic.
Van Graan's done a masterclass there, just had a quiet word of Aaron James and pulled him out.
Well, I've heard rumour that Johan van Graan is here this evening.
Oh, really?
And Rob Baxter is certainly here.
I know. It's a good shove there,
So, I mean, those are two coaches who've got massive appreciation for what the BUCS pathway does and has and continues to do for their clubs. They're two coaches who work in harmony with the programmes and make decisions based on what's best for the player, and also
to Fenton have a crack.
The unit. Here goes Fenton. Free. Oh, that looked high from McNichol, but Fenton sits him down and goes back for more. Tough as teak. And Finlay really thriving at first receiver despite Nick Allison being back on the park. Erskine ignore. Bailey, distinctive in the red headgear, advances on. Jeffries is doing a bit of bossing around and then throws himself into the breakdown. Now the turn of Ellaby, that's beautiful.
Go.
Finlay, Mile, weaves back into the heavy traffic, powers on through a half hole.
Really
now the arrival.
This from Exeter. Look, they're just building pressure, and
Archie Cape made the initial half burst, then James Howard went for a burrow.
Rip was fine, and lost
And Bath have knocked it on in the rip.
Oh, that's a good result. That's not the end of the world. Okay. And we get Nick Allison back on the field. Unbelievable player, Nick. I played with him a lot at uni and at 20s level, and it sounds silly saying it, but his super strength is probably his ability to talk. He tells people what to do, puts people in the right position.
Sounds like Dave Rogers.
Yeah.
but he's no good at rugby.
But no, very skillful player, usually at 12, almost that link player between your 10s and your outside backs.
Okay, let's go, guys.
And again, he'll probably get annoyed at me saying this, but he's surprisingly physical. He doesn't look like that big of a lad, but he punches way above his weight. So really good to see him back on the field now, and We love to see what they're going to do off this scrum. They've obviously stacked him in behind. Wouldn't be surprised if they hit Jeffries here with Ellaby on the short line and with Allison sweeping out the back. That would be my commentator's
Your curse.
view on it. But watch him go the other way and score.
Howard lets the big boys do the talking with some huff and puff. Jeffries slips it out the back. Bit of width. Finley. Fenton. The arch finisher does it again.
Fenton at the double. When he got the ball there, you knew he was over the line. It was almost a given. I thought the exact play that I said. They went to Jeffries. He squared up nicely with Ellaby on the short ball, and then out the back to Allison, who just fed the speed out wide. And yeah, outstanding from Fenton. He said today, he was like, "You better give me man of the match," and I'm like, "Well, mate, if you're scoring like this, then you may be."
Well, he was responsible for the worldie that never was at the wreck when James Lineker's right arm dislodged the ball just in the act of scoring, having beaten the entire Bath team twice. Allison back on, but Finley handed the responsibilities, and
I want to see that one again.
I imagine he might have to face a fine for that in timepiece tonight.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be bringing that one up to the boys again. That was not his finest, but we'll just say it's the wind. We'll just blame it on the wind.
The wind. Well, here it is. Jeffries to the line.
Nice ball from Allison, good hands from Finley, and then once it's there, it's almost inevitable that Fenton's going to score that.
Okay, let's get on with it then.
Yeah, great start from Exeter. I think they're almost into a little bit of a wind as well. I can't quite tell, but 10-0 up into the wind is an outstanding start.
I mean, it is. Oh, what a take! What a claim! Sells the dummy and then gifts it back to Mile, who'd worked hard to get back into position. Should it have gone the first time?
Thank you.
They're causing some damage off those kickoffs, though, aren't they? That's one they've caught cleanly, and then two others they've caused
Exeter look very flat-footed, don't they? They lack that dynamism.
Almost going just over the pod, and yeah, got some work to do there. But that's an outstanding clearance from James Howard there.
Excellent.
So James Howard, Devon lads. George Newman's away with England 20s. Freddie Skinner's on the bench. He started in this game last year, so there's a wealth of experience to draw upon. He was part of the group that won the Celestial Sevens as well.
He's a good lad, Freddie. He's one of my housemates, so yeah, good player. Probably more of a sniping threat than James, but James's box kicking ability and pass accuracy is probably what's getting him into the team at the moment.
Beautiful dink, finds a bit of green grass and a kind bounce, and Bath have a bit of pep in their step. Beverley creating.
Some turnover from Ollie Mile. That left's on.
Well, Mile somehow has infiltrated that breakdown and robbed it for the green and white hoops.
It's a nice play though, that from Bath, straight off the line out, little chip over the top. I'm sure Exeter will now be aware of that, so other spaces might open up, but yeah, there's some turnover as well.
And maybe they were watching the replay of the last game when you had a couple of kicks in behind.
Couple little dinks in behind.
One with a little bit too much on in the first half.
And then I got my radar right in the second half. But yeah,
as a Chiefs player, I mean, do you guys work on the size of the dead balls that you have to work with here? Like, surely it's a feature.
Yeah, it's probably not talked about amongst everyone as a team, but I think as a half-back or maybe as a winger, you're probably more aware of it and talk about it, because you've got so much room to work with that it is you can use it as an attacking weapon. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Bath have obviously gone to it there, but Exeter look to it maybe later in the game. I know Allison likes to use it on the toe, so yeah.
Bath looking to build a bit of form, but again they're denied in pretty abrasive fashion in that midfield. Max Pearce fulfilled a boyhood dream in pulling on the blue, black and white when he made his senior debut. And then Sprenger, who is one of the contenders for the most improved across the season, the former London Irish man, Walker, slings out a risky ball, and Bath aren't helping themselves.
Off the green hand as he's tried to catch it.
But looks like it was feathered off an Exeter fingertip in the process.
Good bit of attack that from Bath. I think they found the space, coming sweeping back with all their backs, just couldn't quite execute on the edge. But they get another crack here off the scrum. They're pretty effective off the last scrum, so I'd like to see what they got in the locker here. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they got. I wouldn't be surprised if they use Bennett through the middle. But yeah.
So Oscar Bennett, product of the Saints Academy, bit of a bad run of injury, lots of games for the 2s and 3s, and just as he's getting ahead of steam, getting knocked back by some niggles, but he is definitely primed to take this short and hard.
He's a big lad, isn't he, as well? You can see that he's wanting to get his hands on the ball. I wouldn't be surprised here if they get 9 scooting and looking to get Bennett into that seam, and then hopefully either play out the back and try to sit down Allison and Jeffries in the midfield. So yeah, he's looking like he's going to get the ball, so
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Bath with
that is an
uncomfortable ball to work with, and Keylock has done very, very well. Makes it a little sluggish to get back into position, and you could contend that they were offside at the back foot, the retreating front row. Lovely feet there from Jamie Howick, cousin of Ollie Batson, in fact.
Yeah, he is actually. I found that out the other day.
Who was player of the match at the Rec, and Isaac Mears just looking to ask some different questions. Very sparky at 9. Oh, he needed someone to run through that hole, but Coyle puts the footwork in. Bath,
they're on here.
Bit of rhythm at long last. Great pick up from Pearce. Hands will do it surely once more along the line.
Take a step, take a step.
They're held, and the cover's good from EURFC. Piercing carry from Sprenger, who flattens Tyler Bailey in the process, and he lets Exeter know that there's more than one team in this Southwest Showdown.
I think Mears was at the heart of that, just sniping around the breakdown and putting boys through little holes, and then when they decide to go wide, they finish really well. So I think Mears has looked pretty dangerous around the fringes, and he's really created that there.
Nice player, Isaac Mears. I thought I was really impressed with him at the Rec. I've seen him a bit under 18s coming through. That feels like he's really stepped up in the last year.
Made that transition.
Yeah, him and Lineker as a partnership were impressive.
Yeah, that was nice from him. He was just drawing defenders onto him and then putting other people through holes. So yeah, real nice try actually that from Bath. I think Exeter almost probably a bit complacent, quite slow in moving around the breakdown, so it's probably something they're going to have to address, but nice try from Bath.
James Beverley with some encouragement from the stands. Doesn't deliver the additionals, but Bath are on the board.
Yeah, he comes from
a couple of times that Prowse has held on with a man outside him, and I think he'll be thankful that Sprenger finished that. I mean, through Bailey and through Gully.
It's a good finish.
I mean, I've been told that Isaac Sprenger was an underage champion in jiu-jitsu or some martial art. I couldn't quite get clarification on the martial art.
Well, he's got some power behind him.
I mean, like, as a big man to be doing any sort of martial arts on anyone. Straight out, and that's the error that Bath really could have done without.
Yeah, that's a coach killer, really. Look, they've scored, they've got themselves back in this game, and then straight away they've given Exeter the possession they want. Yeah, that really is a coach killer. I think Exeter here looks to go to a 5+1. I wouldn't be surprised if they try and draw them in and then go wide. We've got to win the line out first.
Well, the wind coming into play and a bit of the momentum and good feeling of Exeter's been punctured
on your side,
in the
on
last
your
5 minutes. I feel you'll have played in a number of these games. That does tend to happen in these big matches. Supercharged, pumped full of emotion coming out, get a lead, and then there is the lull, and that's one of the things that Exeter need to look out for and Bath need to capitalise upon.
100%. Look, you saw how we came out, and you're always fired up in front of your home crowd, but with any game of rugby, there's swings and roundabouts, and again, there's another one. Look, we thought Bath had it, and now we've got a penalty again. So it's just about managing those patches when it's not with you, and trying to get out of them as best as you can. I thought we did that really well with the yellow card period, and then Bath got on top of us there. But yeah, it's all about momentum, and we're going to the corner here, and I wouldn't be surprised if they go for a maul again. It's been successful with it.
A modest return on the touch finder, but secure nevertheless. The nuclear codes are delivered from Tupenny Reliable, and Tyler Bailey will look to find his mark, straight and true. Banker ball at the front. And as predicted, the maul the weapon of choice. Bailey burrowing his way through. Bath have disintegrated, and only Will Keylock's in there. And
crossing, has he been done
there's
for?
some crossing in there, so I don't know if Bailey got detached. And then there's some unnecessary afters, which are very much a bit of nonsense.
Felix Starkey in the middle of that. He doesn't mind getting involved in a few argy-bargies.
Sort of feel, you know, when you're the size of Felix Starkey, you would back back yourself.
Yeah, you don't see me doing stuff like that.
Every time there seems to be something, you seem to be involved. I don't want to see you involved again. Understood? Don't come in from distance. Leave it alone. Sammy's got it sorted. Understood? Okay, we'll come back to the penalty.
He had a fantastic game at the Rec, actually.
Yeah, he was
Felix
brilliant.
Starkey.
He's got that. To be fair to him, he's got that edge that you actually need in a pack. So sometimes he can go a bit over, but on the whole, he's got that edge that you need. But yeah, he's just got to make sure he keeps control of it. Look at him there, he'll probably get in the eye line and try to disrupt this line out. But it is what you need. He's just got to make sure he controls that.
Yeah, no Joe Bailey, no Alfie Bell, no Oscar Beckerleg. They're on their own path elsewhere. Those guys playing at Plymouth, Cornish Pirates, the like, as they continue their development, even though they're still technically at uni. That's a brilliant burst from Ollie Sedgwick, who's pulled up lame after kicking, and the mark called, surprisingly.
Yeah, interesting. I thought he unbelievable break and then kicking it way too early, but clearly, obviously, he's pulled up there. It's not what you want to see, but unbelievable break to start with power.
This will be gutting for Ollie Sedgwick, but there's been a charge down, and then it goes across the back. Chaos at Sandy Park.
Sorry, skip that minute. There's two physios still on the pitch. I'm forgetting that I can't swear, and then charge down off the line-out.
So Jack Winfield, the fresher, is looking to come on. I mean, the injured man isn't off at the moment. We're playing on, even though there's a physio on two. Winfield hasn't been sent onto the field. So Bath have got 14. And Sprenger is carrying on forward, right to the line. That's nice. And then sort of drifted into the path from Bennett. Pierce.
It's a good ball out the back.
Looking for Beverley, who he's under fire every time he gets to the fringes. Are an area of weakness right here for Exeter.
Yeah, they really are. Mears is getting some joy around those fringes, and it's something that Exeter's really got to look at, especially either address it now or half time. I'm sure the coach will have something to say, but they're getting some joy out of it.
So the significance of Jack Winfield coming on in place of Ollie Sedgwick is that Bath have got a 6-2 split on the bench today. So the other is Roman Andrews, who is the scrum half replacement. And then really you're looking at Evan Jones as he's a dynamic back row who's kind of like he's your 5.5, 2.5 almost.
Your Ben Earless kind of player.
Yes, exactly.
Good player in the wing.
So
yeah, that's not what you want when you got 6-2. Going down, back down early doors, because now they're really left with a 9, and then if someone else gets injured, they're pretty stuck. But I'm sure they've looked at those scenarios in the week and probably gone through how they're going to deal with it. But it's not what you want.
Oh, should we look at an as it stands table? Live table. What about this? For a bit of a live stream upgrade from the lads. So yeah, Loughborough, bonus point victory away at Leeds Beckett today. I thought they might have a bit more trouble with all the rain, but really putting on a show. They've quietly gone about their business
haven't they?
To be clear at the top. Bath, if they were to win with the bonus point tonight, they would join Loughborough on 60, and they play each other in round 17. So that could be box office. But you see right there, Exeter as it stands, getting clear of Durham. And if they were to overtake Bath at any stage in this sort of race for the top 2, that would mean home quarter-final and home semi-final. If they were to win that quarter-final, well, penalty from the scrum, and I think as well from Coyle batting it down as well. It was take your pick. But it's a great race there, and Durham as well are playing Cardiff Met at the moment.
They're coming into their own now, aren't they? Yeah, it's getting tight, and if Exeter can get a win here, then suddenly it changes the momentum.
Well, Durham defeat at the hands of Cardiff Met, who've taken the scalp of Exeter and the Palatinate. Yeah, that is a huge fortnight, huge 7 days in fact, and 27-26. They don't mind a fine margin.
No, that's what BUCS Super Rugby loves, isn't it?
Down at Kincoid, so, and that puts pressure on Nottingham, who they're chasing in the table. Here's the burst, here's Sam Erskine, and here's a bit of power and a bit of rhythm as well. It's been a stodgy last sort of 5 minutes or so. And Exeter playing into this win that is becoming increasingly prominent. Put it up in the sky, and it holds, and there's real pressure as Howard's kick is hunted, and Allison rips it off the left where Ellaby is, puts a bit of footwork in and defend. He wanted to get it free to keep moving right, but takes it to the deck. Allison really finding some range with his passes, and there's a yin and yang to the men on the edges for Exeter, the elusiveness of Fenton and then the power of Mile. It's a nice blend.
Oh, they're on here.
Hoop jerseys pouring.
Oh, it's a great turnover.
And that is an exceptional turnover. All the rhythm, all the flow was with Exeter, but somehow Bath managed to pinch it.
Yeah, that's massive. I thought real nice attack there from Exeter. Allison moving the ball lovely, and there was a nice bit of rhythm, as you say. And then just a huge turnover. I don't know who it was. It might have been Coyle, but yeah, massive turnover there just to stop the momentum. We look like Exeter looked like they were on. Sorry, but yeah, huge again. Just momentum.
There's a couple of things in here that I feel that Exeter. The feeling at the moment is that Exeter are ahead by more, but they're only up by 5. For Bath, are you surprised they haven't used this wind differently that is behind their backs? Because we're seeing it very gusty in the faces of Exeter, and I wonder whether you might have expected that Bath would have kicked and played territory a little bit more.
I think there's a balance that you've got to get right as half-backs. I think Exeter's half-back, I think James Howard in particular, has kicked extremely well into the wind and chosen when to go contestable and when to go off. But I think you're right. I think there's almost, when you've got this wind, just kick early and go as long as you can and try and pin Exeter down. We haven't really turned right much apart from the try. It's been all in the middle of the field or up in Bath's half, and sometimes an early kick to put pressure is what can change games.
Jeffries Eyes up a hole, slips it to Allison. Fenton wriggling free. Mile with a lovely scoop in retreat.
Every time each of those wingers get the ball, you're thinking something's going to happen, aren't you?
Bailey takes it as Howard mixes up the range. Lovely pass on the base. Tom Gully, slightly laborious in the carry and lost forward by the joint record try scorer and still joint record try scorer for EURFC.
I think it's almost turned into that bit of a lull in the game where nothing, like you said earlier, Exeter really should be a couple scores ahead, but Bath are just staying in the fight enough just to frustrate Exeter, and they're only 5 points behind with 2.5 minutes to go to half time. So I think it's nip and tuck.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we got a former Exeter Chiefs Academy man, Cornish lad from Truro in third year, Ollie Critchley, bounding onto the park wearing 17. Plays both sides, which is always handy. And it means that Archie McNichol gets a break. Archie McNichol, by the way, that Masters that he's come back for is in as an interpreter. He speaks 5 languages.
Fair play. Couldn't be me, but he's clearly got another life outside of rugby that's going to take him far. So impressive.
That is impressive, isn't it?
I think Dexter will try and get the squeeze on at the scrum here. Tom Gully's having a bit of joy, but if Bath get the ball, like we said, with that win behind them, I wouldn't be surprised if they hit either corner and try and go as long as possible. But saying that, you don't want to give Fenton the form he's in the ball.
Keylock under instruction, and so too Mears whips it away, and Beverley booms it beyond the halfway. Bath brace themselves. It's Finley. Gets upended. Howard's had an assured game at 9 so far. Hasn't always been high quality ball for him to work with. The props combine.
That was lovely hands.
Erskine, the decoy, slipped out the back nicely to Mile, who was the late arrival.
They're on out wider.
Bailey and Gully looking to puncture that Bath defence that's stood resolute for the last 20 minutes or so. Lost forward. Bath looking for opportunity, an extravagant dummy from Bennett. And yeah, from a lively start, it's got a bit stodgy. This, I think maybe both sides, maybe us need half time.
Yeah, I think it's that both sides are almost just, it feels like they're just trying to get to half time, feeling it out of it. Nice bit of attack there from Exeter. Thought they had them on the edge, but then Bath again are just staying in that fight very well and just frustrating Exeter. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with this scrum. I think they'll look to have a crack and try and get a score late on in this half, which will really change the momentum of the game.
Look how busy that standard is as well.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Absolutely awesome to see. These games are getting bigger and bigger from uni to uni. Record crowds. People live for Wednesdays just like us. Yeah. This Bath scrum is having a torrid time. Mears has done well to slip it away to Beverley, who he's got a frame on him, so he is a threat taking it to the line and can ride out the challenges. The try score from Bath.
He makes yards, doesn't he, every time
he does, yeah, purposeful. James Boylan clinging on to his back. Starkey goes early and Mears gets under this one. However, Walker is in pursuit, flat-footed from Starkey, and Walker rather stole his lunch money. Lovely hands from Pearce. Beverley gets swallowed, scooped up by Ellaby, but the pass won't hold. Neither side cherishing possession.
That's a great
Here's
hit.
a monster 50-22 if it gets the bounce. Instead it gets Finley. Minds need to stay sharp here in the closing stages of the half. That's dropped beautifully, contestably, and this time Starkey gets the measure.
Unsurprisingly.
Of Walker. Not sure that was his ball to take.
Great ball.
But Exeter are now on wide if the hands are sharp enough, but it's a good burst as the Bath defence pincers. But Howard says enough, he sends it over the roof, and Exeter heads to the changing rooms with a lead of 5. It was an electric Noah Fenton inspired start by the Green Machine, and for a moment it looked like the brothers would be overwhelmed. However, they've dug deep, they found a try through the impressive Isaac Springer. And a half-time here at Sandy Park. The game is in the balance. Exeter 10, Bath 5. Right, let's have a look at these 3 tries. And it's not just because you went to your school or goes to your university, but the pick of the bunch are the 2 Fenton finishes. This one, how did he score it?
I mean, first of all, you don't know where to start. Goes round one, bumps another, and then from there you're thinking he can't do it, and the power is ridiculous. And yeah, some start, some finish. Great finish from Fenton.
And this is when Exeter were revved up.
Again, lovely ball from Jeffries out the back, and like I said it on earlier, when he gets there, you just know he's going over the line, and it's a brilliant finish.
So Fenton doubled the lead. Torrid kicking conditions. It is so windy here. And Bath then found a way. Rocky Prowse going close, and then Springer with 5 on his back saw a gap, licked his lips, and exploded through the challenge of 2 big defenders in Bailey and Gully.
Ball there
and that
5-10 metres.
And that is the tale of the first half. There was a yellow card early for Exeter, in which they scored, in which they thrived, in fact. But 10-5 the break as we ready for another rendition from the Exeter Emeralds. Right, BUCS Super Rugby, you are not safe any longer. There is no playoff, it is straight relegation. The 10th place side come the end of the 18 regular season rounds will be relegated. Who will come up? Well, the winner of the Premier North or the winner of the Premier South. The winner of each league, if it's a first team, will play each other in a playoff. Whoever is the victor will be in BUCS Super Rugby. We have not had a new side in Super Rugby since Nottingham, and any side who has ever been relegated has never returned. Those are the results from last week across the country. Let's have a look at how that left the league table coming in to this today. So Newcastle and Brunel, they battled out the last 3 editions, I think, of the North-South playoff, yet have never managed to make the Hillary step in the playoff battle. They are leading as it stands, and Edinburgh are close. Bristol seem to have fallen away in their fight for the South, so it's looking like a big Newcastle Brunel ding-dong to see who will be heading to BUCS Super Rugby.
It seems to have been that almost rivalry develop over the last couple of years between those 2.
I think it's safe to say they're not fans of one another.
I've seen that a bit on social media. They definitely
quite outspoken.
Yeah,
quite outspoken with one another. So yeah, that's how it shapes up. Obviously a bit more action today, and got plenty of action across BUCS Super Rugby. Right, BUCS Super Rugby is of course the best thing to do on a Wednesday. That is, unless it is BUCS Big Wednesday, which is coming to you soon.
Here we go, it's a dangerous show. Leave it all on the floor, let's roll. History's made by the bold and the brave, and the chances you take, let's roll. Everybody stand up, come together. Now it's time to Stomp your feet, shake the stands, make some noise. This is your chance. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. I was in the darkness, heartless, left for dead, long forgotten. Something was pushing me, pulling me straight down to the bottom. Then I came alive, I walked through the fire, my mind turned the embers to red. Got caught in the deep, but I calmed the seas, and I'll never be the same. Only thing that I can say is I was meant for this, and I'll never second guess it. Fight till my last breath, 'cause I was born to be a legend. I was born to be a legend. 'Cause I was born to be a legend. When you've been to hell and back, you're swearing that you'll never take what you got for granted. Rising from the rubble, struggle, I'm gonna be the last one standing. It runs through my blood, I've just begun to see I'm the one, I'm the chosen. The power inside is starting to rise, I know I was made for this moment. Only thing that I can say is I was meant for this, and I'll never second guess it. Fight till my last breath, 'cause I was born to be a legend. I was born to be a legend. 'Cause I was born to be a legend. Legends are born when the battle is raging. The blood in the fight, sacrifice that is made, and the reason we never stop till we make history. Oh, oh, oh. I put it all on the line and I made it. Reminded of why when I look in your eyes. I wish I could stay, but I'm destined for so much more. 'Cause I was born to be a legend. Oh, born to be a legend.
Over the next 11 days of competition, over 2,100 medals will be handed out across 234 events, held across 18 sports, held in 5 different cities.
I wish I could swim.
Next out is the Great Britain and Northern Ireland team. Strong record of appearances at the FISU Summer Games. The team are around 130, looking to add to the medal haul, which currently stands at 293.
Nothing keep us together. Yeah, we can be there. Forever,
I declare
'cause we can be
the Rhine-Ruhr 2025 Vivo World University Games open!
I can remember standing by the wall, and the guns shout above our heads, and we kissed as though nothing could fall.
Welcome back to Sandy Park and the South-West showdown between Exeter and Bath. The hosts leading the brothers by 10 points to 5. Nice to see a lot of alumni here in the stands as well. Ross Vincent, the Italian international, Dan John as well, an Exeter chief. Even the great Chris Freeman tuning in from at home. See you at the Rag on Friday.
Time is on.
Exeter get underway with a 5-point lead and a hurricane behind their backs. I wonder how big a role will that play in this second half. It actually worked in the favour of James Howard in the first half in holding up the high kicks, and Isaac Mears has his first test of the conditions. Exeter get disorientated, but they do emerge with the ball in hand. Ellaby, who really caught the eye in the opening salvos, mops up the mess. Him and Jeffries must go to the same barber, because they are a little tricky to distinguish at times. And Beverley has looked commanding at 10.
Keep going.
Into a kick and exchange.
Reels it in. And he sends it to Mile.
He's not got kicking on his mind.
Not at all. Scrambles through the attempt from Beverley.
James Howard there just setting up to box kick. I think that's a good decision, especially with the wind behind him. Obviously Marl looked to have a crack. I don't think he ever thought of kicking there. But we'll go to the air.
Is that not in his locker? Oh, well, there's a bit of a juggle there from Howard. Manages to salvage things.
50-22 is on. Hold him up, guys.
And, well, it's a passage that isn't going to get the crowd roaring, but that's going to get alarm bells ringing. And was it carried back? Yes, it was. Outstanding work and pressure from Harry Walker. And Exeter are going to be defending a 5-metre scrum here.
Yeah, that's a massive net gain for them. Just shows why you don't give up on any chase. That's huge from Walker there. And look, they've got a prime opportunity now.
It was all a bit casual, wasn't it, from Exeter?
I think Findlay thought he had way too much more time than he did. Now they're under the pump early doors, and be interesting to see what Bath do off the base of this scrum. Again, I'd say a similar shape to what Exeter ran in the first half. Look to get 12 on the ball, look to get Bennett on the ball, and then play Beverley out the back.
Mears isn't afraid of travelling, and he takes a step, gives it to Bennett, who looks to barrel through, but then gets swamped by the back row coming across. Archie Kane with the hit. But Bath fighting, Bath scoring. Bath right back in this Southwest showdown.
That's a great finish.
And it's silent Sandy Park. The kick in front of the sticks, Bath are going to take the lead.
That's exactly how you want to come out into the wind. Brilliant finish. And Bennett again, looking dangerous on the ball. He could have passed it out the back, but again, back to strength and made 5-10 metres before the try.
And I wonder he's going to kick this unless Rocky Prowse is being deployed to
20 seconds then, 10.
hold the ball steady.
So what, even kicks like this into this wind, as a kicker are not given.
I mean, James Beverley is flirting with the clock here.
Oh, simple as you like.
Oh, well, what's all the fuss about?
One step and straight over. But yeah, it's a great start from Bath. Look, you can see here, Bennett goes right at the line and originally gets hit, but holds onto the ball well, and then they're into their phases and score.
And then fighting through there.
Oh, that's a great restart and take from James Boylan.
The try from Will Keylock. Oh. Apology from the referee. That's a hell of a carry, isn't it, from Charlie Everett? the other second row. Starkey. Inside ball to Big Tubes.
It's a roar from the crowd.
Ellaby, Mile, just snakes. Oh, and if he'd given it, there were 4 jerseys outside who had their eyes on some space. It is still there for Exeter, but it all gets too congested and they spill forward.
It's unnecessary, that, I think, from Findlay. Look, they've built really nice phases there and seem to have got a lot of rhythm with their phase attack, and then he's just forced it right at the last moment. I can see what he's trying to do, but that's a coach killer again. You don't need to be doing that, especially when you've put a load of pressure on them. So yeah, it's frustrating. Good start from Exeter in response to the try, but yeah, that's a frustrating error from Findlay.
Big Archie Griffin, Alfie Griffin on the other side. Archie Griffin is a former brother. He's in the Wales squad for the Six Nations. Alfie Griffin, 4th year, on the other side. Got dropped to the 3s at one stage last year. Got told to work on his game, came back.
Scrum.
What a contract for Bath, but even his presence isn't enough. And Exeter get a much needed penalty.
That's huge. Tom Gully showing all of his experience there. Going straight through the Bath scrum, and yeah, massive moment as Nick Allison looks to put it into the corner. He puts it right on the 5. Big moment this for Exeter. They've probably the last 15 minutes of the first half and the start of this half, they haven't quite been up to it. So yeah, huge moment this.
First foray into the Bath 22 of this second half. And Tyler Bailey in a position of comfort, but Will Keylott has fought his way through and then gets his arm ripped away. Ellaby.
It's a great ball from James Howard there.
Headlong into the Bath defensive line. Erskine's there, doesn't get used.
Miles
Instead it's Archie Kane. Round the corner, 1 juggle, 2 juggles, holds on and spins free. Gully, how many times have we seen him score from there?
Oh, sure.
As close as he could have been.
You've got to go wide.
Tyler Bailey short. And held up. How did Gully not score?
His eyes lit up there, didn't he? Jeez, he was going for that record. How did he not score? I think he did everything in his power. I think he'll be eyeing it up again here. He's definitely eyeing this up. I'd imagine him third phase.
Boylan.
Third phase Gully on the ball.
Gets boomed by 3 brothers. Gully, and the second time of asking.
You've got to go wide.
He's convinced he's there.
Marley's walking in if you go wide. Oh.
Too much pressure on the pass, juggled by all players, but knocked forward initially by Green. In their haste to get it to the edge. Just a departure of composure with the line begging, and a big defensive boon for Bath.
The only positive is that we've got another scrum here, and going off the basis of the last one, Tom Gully will be licking his lips, so I would imagine Mears will try and get the ball in and out very quickly. But yeah, that's a huge defensive set from Bath there. They've withstood a lot of pressure, and again, momentum swings back into Bath's favour. Gully's going to go on the attack here.
Keylott carries, and he carries with some zip. It's a wonderful tackle low round the ankles from Archie Kane. He's shown up well in the National Leagues this season. And Finn Worley-Brady is well in the thick of the Exeter Chiefs action. Standout performance against Sale at the weekend. So unavailable for tonight's game. And you lose a Driscoll, a Durrell, a Forsyth, and you get a Worley-Brady.
Yeah, it's not a bad replacement, is it?
It is an embarrassment of riches at times in the back row as far as Exeter University.
Yeah, last year the back row stocks were some of the best I think I've seen in a university side. Having to pick between Kane James, Worley Brady, Forsyth.
I forgot about Kane James.
Yeah, just another name to throw in the hat. Yeah, definitely a good production line going through a back row as an Archie Kane, Sammy Erskine, just another example of that.
Oh, the line out, uncharacteristically malfunctioning for Exeter and Bath profiting. There's space out wide, and that's a beautiful pass right into the stride of a sizzling. Oh, goodness me. Well, it was on for all money. Rocky Prowse doesn't mind a bit of fractured field, though. Gets caught low, and Exeter needed that tackle to land.
Cat and mouse here going on. You feel like Exeter have got the upper hand, but then Bath keep coming back and getting a stranglehold in the game. So it's fair play to them. They're hanging on in there.
Well, maybe it's on further wide. Here's Prowse again with the whole 15-metre channel to work with, an Ollie Mile in his eyes, but it's a brilliant tackle. The ball spills forward.
That's huge for Mile.
That was huge, wasn't it? Isolated and probably feeling very alone out there, but that's as textbook a tackle as it gets.
Just your instinct says to go forward and try and take the space, but he almost just let the attacker come to him, let the other defenders come to him, and then he made a very good tackle, and yeah, that's made a huge difference.
Rocky Prowse, to my memory, when he was playing schools rugby, didn't he wear a white headguard with a red cross on it?
He used to wear a scrum hat.
Yeah. He's gone for a rebrand at uni. I mean, many people do when they turn up to uni.
I think personally he's better without it, but
do you like the flowing locks?
Yeah, I like the flowing locks. Fenton's on the ball there.
Ellaby lifts it out to Fenton,
oh my God,
who gets clothesline, rides the challenge. Fenton, ferocious pace.
That is unbelievable.
And Bath somehow stopped the most lethal man on the park. Coyle.
What has happened?
Just dropping on the grenade and hoiking it back. Oh, it's a horrible bounce. And Allison does incredibly well. Howard. Exeter forwards, just popping it around, and Bailey, the latest to receive it off the deck. Ellaby. Finlay.
Hands.
Fenton. Surely Bath won't survive again. Puts boot to ball. And Bath can only carry it out.
Great result for Exeter there. Fenton again, you're thinking he's going to go round you, and then puts on the toe over the top. Unbelievable from him there.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, time's off. I've got multiple players down.
Well, Ewan Coyle, for all the gritty work that he's been right in the thick of. It's a bit of time on the floor and some treatment. There you go. That is
the rest of the club.
That's approximately 90% of timepieces population in.
There's the Mac attack
in the cover. Oh, the Mac attack. He pretty much retired Reece Malone.
One carry and then he's done.
in the final at the StoneX a number of years ago. Playing in the National League team.
Yeah.
These days.
Oh.
You guys step in. Sorry? You guys step in. It's good. It's time's up.
There you go. There's some of the 6,500 who've been crowbarred into every legal nook and cranny of Sandy Park tonight. I wonder when we get a sellout regular season game, a real proper stadium buster. But this
Exeter
drive
got a drive on
could
here.
be a bath buster. Drag to the deck. Exeter urgently trying to get it to the floor or in their hands.
They got the ball. Ball's available.
But it is available.
Tell you what, they've done well there.
Ellaby, the late arrival. He's ignored. Huge hulking men in hoops. Huddle round the ball and still they're short. It is heroic defence from the brothers. And Tyler Bailey, the next to be held up.
Just lacking that bit of patience, bit of cutting edge.
And here are some replacements warming up. It might not be Tom Gully's night because it'll be him and T. Penny Relong-Eval, who will be replaced by Finn Gilchrist and Albert Dowse when the time comes, when the jackets get repeeled off. Big night for Finn Gilchrist, just his second ever BSR appearance. Popular individual. And Bath have gone out on the full from the drop, so it'll be a 5-metre scrum right in the shadow of the uprights.
Yeah. It's not what you want. Again, a coach killer there. You've just defended absolutely brilliantly. Hold Exeter out, sustain loads of pressure, and then all you got to do is kick it long and set again. But no, this is prime attacking position here for Exeter. As Tom Gully looks like he's leaving the field.
Are they going to make them? Well, I don't think that Exeter want to make these changes because this is a scrum that could be match defining. Yeah. However, for Bath, they are going to ring the changes. They're going to bring Henry Mountford on, who is, along with Alfie Griffin and Claudius Wheeler, was one of those trio of players to get Bath contracts last year based on their performances from the uni. He's
more confusion.
He's from big farming stock up in Leicester, and what's going to happen? Alfie Griffin's going to switch to Loosehead, and Henry Mountford is going to go to the tight head. So well, it's not Archie McNick, it's Ollie Critchley. He's making way.
Come off.
So a full reorganisation.
Exeter here gone Allison and Findlay in behind. I'd imagine they'll go on the wheel of the scrum and get Jeffries or Ellaby running short off 9 and look to try and sit down those Bath defenders.
The Bath scrum pulverises that of Exeter. A genius substitution from the old stager Aaron James. Inspired front row tinkering from Bath's head honcho.
That is genius.
And Bath don't exactly reward themselves with meters, but they're into this steaming win, and now the front row replacements haven't. So Finn Gilchrist, biggest night of his EURFC career, on wearing 17, and Albert Dowse, local Exeter lad. No Isaac Godfrey, he's away with Wales to the under-20s, and as it looks, it'll be no record try for Tom Gully on his 50th, but still an incredible feat for the milestone man. Keylock, wow, Keylock's been good, hasn't he?
Very industrious. It's another great carry from him.
Real nitty-gritty guy. One of those players you don't hear a lot from him about how good he is, he just does it on the field. Mile! Oh, absolutely alphas Rocky Prowse.
That's a great return from him.
But the crowd are chanting EURFC, and the Green Machine is spending more and more time in the Bath half, but they still trail.
Give it.
Erskine travels, bumps, bruises.
They've got to make this pressure pay here, Exeter. They've been on top for however long.
And Tyler Bailey, having caught it low, gets done back on his derriere. Well, it is on that side. Jeffries straightens, goes north-south.
They're on the same way again here.
Oh, Howard dips the shoulder and then gets dispossessed.
Again, Exeter possession ends in a Bath turnover, and that's been the story of the second half, really. We're 12 minutes in, and Exeter have had all the possession, all the pressure by the first minute, and yeah, they're under the pump again.
Here you go. Here's your housemate, Ben.
Here he is, Freddie Skinner. Probably bring a bit more dynamism around the base, a bit more threat than James Howard. James had a very good game, I thought. His box kicking's been outstanding and his pass quality, but Freddie will look to try and be a threat around the fringes and hopefully catch some tired forwards out. That's probably his USP. I'm excited to see how he goes.
Coming into some of his best form in his third year, actually. Oh, how about that for a bit of boom from Bennett? Real strength. He's a very solid presence in the midfield, and Walker is really impressed from full-back, as is Keylock. Just a man who refuses to yield. Fringes, left unguarded. Mears, Isaac Mears pins his ears back and streaks into the left-hand corner for what could be a famous try for the brothers.
Great finish.
A try from nothing, executed ruthlessly by Isaac Mears.
Yeah, again, around the fringes. This time it wasn't Mears, it was Coyle, I think, who picked it up. Saw the space around the fringes, and then Mears just on that classic 9 support line inside and had the pace to get over. Huge score for Bath there. They've been under the pump again, but they're being clinical with when they've got the ball, and then, look, they're 7 points out with a kick to come. But again, I do not envy Beverley with this kick here.
May not envy him, but it is a kick that holds some gravity given the scoreline.
Huge kick.
To push the brothers beyond one score. Well, it had the right trajectory for a moment, but it's dragged to the left of the uprights, and Bath lead by just 7. How about that turn of pace from Mears as well? Backed himself. Just to put it into perspective, Bath have never won when they've come to the Southwest Showdown. If you look back through the last 50 meetings between these two universities, and it's dating back years, back to when it was known as University Athletic Union. That even predated BUCS, which was formed in 1992. Of the 50 games played, Exeter have won 40 and Bath have won only 10. Mile has got through a mountain of work.
He's been outstanding today.
All high caliber stuff as well. But his team trail, and Bath sense that maybe tonight might be their night.
I think the key here for Exeter is just to stay calm. They've got, look, there's 18 minutes left. There's still a long time left in the game. In this game, they're only 1 score behind. So again, it's about staying calm and not trying to force it, especially in that middle part of the field. I know they're trying to attack and trying to score, but I would try and put the ball in behind and make Bath Exeter and squeeze Bath as much as you can. I think maybe that's what Skinner and Allison can look to do, especially with this wind in their back. We said it in the first half that Bath didn't use it as much as they could, but I'd love to see Exeter put it in behind and try and squeeze Bath.
Just one victory for Bath since 2019 against Exeter. Regular season and knockouts.
Jeez.
And it has huge ramifications on the league and that title race, with Loughborough coming up fast on the horizon for Bath in round 17. They'd have to navigate Swansea and Cardiff first, but that try, this lead, it keeps the title race well and truly alive. And for Exeter, it keeps them looking over their shoulder as well, with Nottingham and Met victorious today. And I'm not sure if Exeter have ever lost 4 matches in a row in BUCS Super Rugby.
That's a great option as well. And a good return for Findlay, but again, Beverley there just put it in behind, and even though it's a mark, they're still going to get a line out 40 metres out. So that's a huge net gain for Bath, and I feel like they're controlling the momentum of this game very well.
While the Bath pack have a conference, it's a proud day for the Woodman family, because Exeter's number 20 has installed himself next to his captain in the back line for defensive duties, and it is a BUCS Super Rugby debut for the fresher, who started in the freshers first team, progressed to the National League, and now in his maiden year as an ERFC player is a BSR cap player, and in the biggest one of them all, if you're green and white. Real aggression.
Good first impact there.
And maybe that's the life that Exeter need at the moment, because it's Bath who are bouncing around and finding soft shoulders now. Griffin, 66 minutes of toil from the tight head, who's now on the loose. Exeter steam up, knocked on in the tackle, and Beverley is confident in contact. Pearce looks for a collision, finds one against his opposite number. Bennett.
It's a good option again.
Shows a deftness of touch with the toe, and Mile drops on the grenade.
Playing like a flanker, Mile.
.5 minutes of BUCS Super Rugby arm wrestling for both these two. This is going to the wire.
Skinner goes long.
And Skinner goes long to a heavily populated backfield, which contains Jack Winfield. Haven't really said his name since he came onto the field. Isaac Mears tries a tricky one that finds the hands of Starkey. Exeter, they're just not winning these collisions now, are they?
Not like they were in the first half.
Bath are fired up. They sense some history. Max Pearce in his 4th year, the captain. He'll have tasted heartbreak at the hands of his Southwest rivals so many times.
It's like Keylock again. He's been unbelievable tonight.
Massive game from Keylock. Sprenger. Beverley. Bennett. Wingate. Beautiful pass once again. Is that Walker weaving his way through? Oh, that is tough.
Tough, that.
That is tough.
Some nice ball movement there from Bath, and they look like they're just bent Exeter around the edge, and Exeter almost saved by that penalty.
Walker, with every step that he's taken, has just got better and better.
Yeah, he has, hasn't he?
And let's, you've got to talk about the players who are missing. Shout out to the 5 from both these sides who are going to be turning out in white against Wales 20s at the weekend. But Charlie Griffin, Tyler Afire,
Sam Winters.
They're not hit. Sam Winters as well. These are
Nick Lilly.
top shelf players, you know. Ollie Batson, obviously, for Exeter. So this tonight marks, they've got the 49th player that Bath have used this season out here. So they've nearly used 50 players across the season. We always talk about Super Rugby being an examination of depth. Well, Bath are going to the well tonight, and they may just come up with a famous win. Exeter.
Oh, Fenton.
Pick him apart. Fenton, but for Rocky Prowse, clinging onto his wrist.
Onto his hand.
Instead, it's Mile. Exeter burst into life.
Patience here. Patience here.
Erskine, with his brothers on his back, looking to propel him across the line.
That's huge.
But it is pure might, pure muscle. And it is a try that Exeter so desperately needed. And it's Albert Dowse, the local Exeter lad, delivering on the biggest stage of them all, Sandy Park, the iconic ground of Devon. And Dowse delivering.
We've got a game more on our hands now, haven't we? Yeah, it's Benji Mills who's come on as well. Good first phase strike there from Exeter, and then patience, what they haven't had all game, they finally come to fruition. Big kick this.
Well, Benji Mills has been kicking outstandingly from the tee, and you can just look at how the ball's angled as well.
Yeah.
Wide of the left upright, compensating for the winds. But it's having picked up his kicking. That's a stinker.
Yeah, he will not want to be sitting that one back again. But here we are, 17-15 with 10 minutes to go. Mills nice to the line here, and Fenton on his shoulder. I thought he was through there, but Prowse just gets him. 10 minutes to go, 2 points in it. What else would you want?
Well, back onto the field is Penny, Rolong Oval. And these are the championship minutes. Both sides have 3 tries. Let's not forget about bonus points.
Oh, Mile again. He's been unbelievable.
He is all caught, isn't he? Good point. You've got to start thinking about your player of the match. We're way off there. And there's some big moments to come. And that was a huge carry from Charlie Bell as well. Brother Alfie applies his trade in the row as well. He's graduated now. Oh, and matadored by Beverley.
That's neat from Beverley there.
Very impressed by Beverley.
Being very calm and collected.
Benji Mills picks out Prowse.
Who's going to break first in this kicking exchange is the key.
Winfield.
Oh, Finley's going to have a crack.
Finley, he did find a way through, but then it turned into a blue and yellow dead end. And Coyle is a nuisance, isn't he? Just a one-man crime wave out there in the colours of Bath.
Fenton
Noah
again.
Fenton is just something else, isn't he? Sparks fly when he runs.
They're on it.
And Freddie Skinner needs to look and find some friends. I beg your pardon. It was Ellaby.
Fenton, just every time he gets the ball, he's had 3 on him there, and he's.
Why is he so hard to tackle, please?
That's a good question. I think a lot of the Bath players are trying to work that out. I think out and out pace is a reason, and then just power. Look, he's elusive, and when you're changing direction that quickly, it's hard to tackle. And that's a great kick from Benji Mills there. Huge moment in the game, this.
It went down to the final play at the Rec, and it looks no different here tonight at Sandy Park. The slenderest of margins by which the visitors lead. Exeter get themselves into a tangle, and Erskine salvages the scenario, but then finds himself isolated, and Coyle again.
Been outstanding over the ball tonight.
We're running out of superlatives for the Cardiff Open side and what he is doing to Exeter at the breakdown.
He can't get any momentum, any go forward. He's just every breakdown. If he's not turning it over, he's causing it to be slow ball, and yeah, he's been outstanding tonight.
Claimed by Evan Jones. Big carry from Ollie Reed. Pass almost dying, and then the straightening from Winfield. Mears, he has been vital.
Very good.
To the Bath cause. Ball spills out, inside ball lined up, it's still meters made. Mears again challenging those fringes, finding Prowse, back inside, backdoor boogie to Mears, who loses it. Mile. And Exeter survive an almost game-breaking showdown ceiling moment.
Mears again, isn't it, causing damage through the middle of the ruck. Luckily Erskine with an absolutely outstanding cover tackle to stop that.
Let's go. Jets, let's go.
I don't know about you, I mean, now that Skinner's on the field, between him, Ellaby and Jeffries, the Barnetts are just so similar.
Oh, I think they almost, there's a club barber.
3 for 1. We'll come back to the lids. We'll come back to the lids because we're in to the final 4 minutes. Exeter trailing by 2. Starkey gets his legs removed by Mountford. Mills, Ellaby, puts some air on it. Finlay sees just half a gap, sings away, pops it inside, and Mills couldn't get the last pass away to Fenton. It's a huge penalty, and Coyle, who's been a thorn in Exeter's side all night, surrenders a penalty just meters from the Bath line and presents Exeter with an opportunity. But maybe there's something else to be said. So by the sounds of things, wow, what a sight.
Look at that.
How good's BUCS Super Rugby?
So good. Can't beat it. Can't beat it on a Wednesday.
For a cynical act, slowing the play. You've then come in and shoved him in the face. Can be a yellow card to you and a reversal of the penalty. 15, 7.
That is huge.
So both sides are going to finish with 14. Exeter lose Jed Finlay. And the penalty's been reversed as well. That's the biggest part of this. Ewan Coyle, who has been a titan tonight for Bath, gave away the penalty.
No, it's a minute fast.
Finlay shoved him in the face, and the referee's just said that the clock's a minute fast. It's on 78:15 in the stadium, so we've got about 2.5 minutes to go.
Huge line out there.
2.5 minutes for Bath to cling on with 14 men, and they break down Talisman off the park. They need to win this line out. Plenty of movement, plenty of competition, but one by Albert Dmitriev. Alfie Griffin still on the park, still making meters.
Lost, guys, lost. Use.
An 80-minute propping performance for a bit of history. Mears gets right under it, and it's a scramble. Bounces to the Exeter side, but they get in their own way. Then it spills free.
I told you.
Harem scare. Well,
that's huge.
That is huge because a kick wins it.
Oh, it does. I completely forgot about that.
A kick wins it.
Surely you go for 3. You've got to go for 3.
You've got 3 minutes.
Go for 3. Take the
3 minutes.
Benji Mills,
and they're going for the points.
How are your nerves?
Ooh. Can Benji Mills do what Ben Cohen did at the Rec just months ago?
It'll be about 2.5 by the time he kicks it. Okay, 20 seconds then.
I'm not watching. He's drilled it. Yes, great kick, Benji Mills. That is huge.
Benji Mills steps up to potentially write his name in Southwest Showdown history.
All about this restart.
2 minutes and a bit of change. And Rocky Prowse dragging the Exeter player out across the touchline. It's a big call for the assistant to make.
He's released the ball, so the ball's come off, but it's come off an extra foot for me. Blue line out.
It's a Bath line out.
Oh my days.
And Exeter will look to defend their perfect Showdown record against the brothers.
Max!
In the dying embers of another epic.
What is it about these two sides? You can now hear the ERC supporters through our microphones. Through the middle.
Starkey through the middle. Wraps his tentacles round the ball. Pierce is crowbarring for his life. Starkey in the middle of the melee, but Bath wrestle it to the ground. Griffin with one last energy emptying carry gets his knees to the ground. Exeter must be squeaky clean. Sprenger with the carry, then the turn of Howick.
No hands!
The brothers.
Surely Sen's got to get in the
pocket. A penalty away from history. Exeter defend again. Mears, that's a good carry. But Exeter pour themselves into the ruck. Disruption the order of the day. No one outside Howick, but he might just go through the middle. Wriggling, writhing, getting close. Offside the call for the Bath attackers who are making ground. And Exeter are scrambling. The ball goes free. Penalty advantage.
Oh my word. He's going to have a kick to win it.
The insurance policy in the back pocket of Bath. There's no urgency now. They can do what they like. They'll have the penalty to win it.
Drop goal, surely.
No one in the pocket. Mears asks his big forwards to run at holes. He gets Bennett, who gets served up.
He's in the pocket.
And still the advantage is there. In the pocket is Jack Winfield.
Okay, we'll come back. Off feet, 8.
And it's the captain, Sammy Erskine, who's been penalised for going off his feet. And there can't be any decision.
It's got to be 3.
The tee is being run on from the Bath bench. And Aaron James, who has suffered so much heartbreak at the hands of Exeter, in his long and distinguished BUCS Super Rugby tenure, may just, at long last, leave Devon with the memory and the victory, the scalp that he has craved for a decade.
They've done it.
Revenge! Sweet, sweet Sandy Park revenge for the brothers. They've descended to Devon and they've slain Exeter in the Southwest Showdown for a famous, a historic victory.
Fair play to them. Fair play to Bath there. I said it all game. Exeter looked miles the better side, but Bath have just stayed in it, and eventually got their rewards there. I thought Benji Mills at the end had done it for them, and then Beverley comes back and does that. So what a game, what an evening, what an occasion. Fair play to Bath.
Wow.
I thought
it was a very, very different game to the one that happened at the Rec. Much more of an arm wrestle, more of a scrap. But what a huge moment for Bath when you consider the personnel who is not at their disposal tonight. Those 10 players involved in the under-26 nation squads, players in the England A camp, the senior camp. Aaron James using his 49th player of the campaign. That's how deep they've delved into their stocks. And they've beaten their fiercest rival, a side who've had the hex over them for year on year on year. That is massive for them in the title race, but also carrying it on into the knockouts as well when we come to the cup.
That's massive. I think that just shows what a good programme they've obviously got down at Bath. The fact that they've using 49, 50 players and can come here and do that to an Exeter side who haven't been in the greatest form, always show up on varsity nights. And yeah, massive respect to Bath there. They've fully deserved it. I thought the defence, the way they defended, the way they went after scraps, the way they chased kicks was outstanding. And yeah, fair play to them. They've just got over the line there, and I'm still a bit in shock, really.
Right, we got to pick a player of the match.
Oh.
Who's the player of the match?
You put me on the spot there.
I know I have.
I think the back row of Coyle and Keylock were outstanding. I think the way they went after the breakdown, the way they carried, I think Keylock in particular was outstanding. But I can't go past Beverley at 10. He slotted the winner there at Sandy Park in front of the raucous crowd. I go James Beverley, man of the match. He's been outstanding tonight.
James Beverley, the hero for the brothers, the man who's stepped into the fly half berth for the biggest night of his career, probably, and nervelessly slotting the penalty to seal the win at the death. So James Beverley, our player of the match. You and I have got a few steps to travel to get down for some interviews and some cameras. So we're going to leave you with the highlights, and we're going to get our skates on and get downstairs, and you can join us in a moment, guys.
really bringing me down. I try to be myself, 'cause this pressure's really bringing me down. I try to be myself.
Over the next 11 days of competition, over 2,100 medals will be handed out across 234 events, held across 18 sports, held in 5 different cities.
I wish I could swim.
Next out is the Great Britain and Northern Ireland team. Strong record of appearances at the FISU Summer Games. The team are around 130, looking to add to the medal haul, which currently stands at 293.
Nothing keep us together. Yeah, we can be there. Forever,
I declare
'cause we can be
the Rhine-Ruhr 2025 FISU World University Games open!
I can remember standing by the wall, and the guns shot above our heads, and we kissed as though nothing could fall. And the shame was on the other side. Oh, we can be there, oh, forever and ever. Then we can be heroes, oh, just for one day. We can be heroes. We can be heroes. We can be heroes. Just for one day. We can be heroes.
Right, welcome back everybody, and if you've any questions about quite how windy it is, we no longer have a desk because it's been blown away and smashed to pieces, and one of the trophies been dented. So that's a measure of the conditions that were out there that you were contending with, James. Our player of the match as chosen by Ben, kicker of the winning points at Southwest Showdown at Sandy Park. You guys have never ever beaten Exeter here. I mean, how good does that feel?
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely awesome. It's absolutely. I don't think anyone kind of went within themselves. Everyone was staying on top. Everyone wanted to win that game, and that's what it comes down to at the end. I think our coach Lils at the beginning of the week just constantly mentioned it's going to come down to those last 5 minutes. So he's exactly right, and it's such a good feeling at the end of it. First win ever. How good?
But how good? I mean, look, Ben, you did that at the Rec to these guys a couple of months ago.
Yeah,
so, I mean, like, you know, for you guys to, I've been through the same experience. Like, how difficult are those moments?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. These big games do come down to those moments, and I think you saw we felt from the commentary box that you were winning those scraps, winning every little battle. Although Exeter seemed on top, you were kind of every kick chase, you were charging down kicks, and then kind of when you had those opportunities, you were super clinical. So I think, like you said, those last 5 minutes, it really came down to it, and I thought you boys handled it outstandingly, and then you had the bottle to knock them over at the end, which, fair play. In that wind, I didn't envy you.
Well, is that how it felt, those sort of mini scraps, those mini battles in the closing moments?
Yeah, I think like Ewan Coyle out there when he was on the pitch was exceptional. Like so many.
Apart from the yellow card, obviously.
Yeah, well, we'll forget about that. But like those opportunities, you think they're 50-50, but somehow he just keeps winning them. And like when you got someone like that in your team, it's just absolutely awesome to play behind them. So it's really good.
Let's talk about the kick. What's going through your mind there? Is that the biggest kick of your career?
Yeah, I mean, like especially occasions, stuff like that, last minute of the game to win it. So it's like, it's one of those things, it's like what you want. What do you want to practice for when you're out there, kind of in your head thinking, oh, this is the last moment. This is to win whatever game, any final. So it's really good getting one of those in experience in an actual game. So it's really good.
And how do you shut that out? I mean, you surely can't train yourself for that. I know it's a simple kick by your standards, but the gravity of it, as you said.
Yeah, I mean, you can try your best to replicate it, but it's never the same. But again, it's just like kind of you live for those moments. So when you get them, just you've got to take them.
Oh, look, we're gonna watch it. We got a replay. Here we go.
Never in doubt.
Never in history right there, man. What did you guys talk about in the huddle there at the full-time whistle?
Just like, obviously we haven't won this game before, so just enjoy it. Like, they don't come around often, occasions like this, so really get around each other, stay with each other during moments in the change rooms after the game, kind of just enjoy it for what it is. It's brilliant.
He's too big time. He can't have these moments anymore.
Oh,
now he's
playing
friend.
I'm missing it. I bet you have a good boss back. I miss those.
And then just one last thing, sort of like on the group who are out there today, who are playing. Obviously, you've got great success throughout the squad in the 20s, in England seniors and everything. So what's it been like as a group, sort of pulling together with a lot of that personnel not around?
I think we've known this from the start. We've had those lads who are they're pushing these spots like yourself here. So we know that was always going to come around, and people have stayed ready this whole time. Like, they've played in different teams throughout the year, but everyone's had their eyes on this latter half of the season, knowing when you get your opportunity, it's really time to step up. So I think everyone that's on these team sheets at the moment knows that and really wants to put their best foot forward.
James, you are the player of the match. You are the history kicking 10, and we're not going to deny you those celebrations in the changing rooms any longer. So go and get in there and get with the lads and enjoy that bus out. Right, Aaron, mate.
Aaron, congratulations.
Come on, mate. Bring it in. Bring it in. We've had 10 years of what ifs, near misses, and boy, that one's going to hurt against Exeter away at occasions like this. Today's different. You've done it. How good does that feel?
I think it's probably even longer, Joey. It feels really good, especially a reaction after half time. That'll stay in the mind. And as James said, look, this time last year there was guys sitting in the stands or in a bar watching it on YouTube, wishing they could be out here, and they got here. They stepped up and performed and believed, and that's the big thing, and that'll stay in my mind. And like Lewis said, it'll come down to the last minutes. Absolutely right, but I'm just pleased for the way the guys are really, like I talked before, the kick-off, that development since last August, amazing.
And look, we just heard from our player of the match, your 10, and you had James Lineker in that spot. Will Rouet has had an unbelievable season, so maybe James might not have thought that he'd be playing in this game with that quality ahead of him for parts of the season. I mean, he's emblematic of guys stepping up, isn't he?
Yeah, he's believed, and these guys give 4 days a week of training, a game. It's pretty intense programs, and they've got to, ultimately we're going to keep them motivated, but they've got to be really self-motivated. That's where it comes down to, and they have. and that's been really good. And I know I'll say it again. All Super Rugby, you're only good as your second team, but you're probably only as good as your third team as well, isn't it, Ben? And you get down like you're doing well, and players. We're producing guys like Ben that just go on to higher things, and that's what we're about. We're a development program, and I don't know what he thinks, but that's we're all the same. It's not just Bath, it's Exeter, everyone.
I completely agree. I think like you'll see on that, similar to our boys, there's boys there who in their first year didn't even go to pre-season or played in the third team, and then second year they play in the Saturday team, and then by the time they're here, they're ready and they've played a lot of games. But you're right in that sense of you've got to be ready. Those next wave of players have got to be ready, whether that's in your freshers, whether that's in your third team, whether that's in your Saturday team. I think you're absolutely right there, and I think that's part of the programme, and that's the complete point of BUCS Super Rugby, is it's a development progress from when you come as a fresher to leaving as a third year. I think you're absolutely bang on.
Yeah, and you'll never have your best team out with university rugby. You've got to get used to that, and but I think these sort of days, brilliant occasion put on by Exeter Uni and Exeter Chiefs at Sandy Park. There's no better development for people 100%. And players in this sort of stage, and fortunately, and I'll get to talk it up, it's all over BUCS Super Rugby. Not Bath and Exeter, was tonight. It's everywhere, and all the 10 teams. It's great to be part of.
I said pre-match to Burnsy, I think a lot of people owe a lot to BUCS Super Rugby, what it gives you, the development chances it gives you, and I think you're right, it's that progress of coming in as a fresher and leaving as a man who's managed things, managed studies, managed your rugby, done a full-time basically professional programme whilst also being a student, and I think it teaches you so much.
Well, that's well said, mate, and that sums it up, really. Yeah.
And I think for James Beverley, an experience of landing a kick with 6,500 people against him as well. How much is that going to wound Exeter? That defeat this evening is the fourth on the bounce as well. Tough teams, fine margins, but it's a bit.
It'll hurt. 100%, it hurts when you lose at these kind of games. I'm sure Bath felt it when we pipped them just at the Rec. It really hurts because all these people come out to watch you, and it's a spectacle. But I think they'll take positive out of it. I thought we controlled a large part of the game, but it was Bath's probably willingness to stay in it and win those smaller moments that actually meant they came out top. I think it will hurt, but the good thing about this league is you can just go again next week. So that's got to be the whole
good
focus.
League this year. I reckon it's the most unpredictable. What would you say? I know we say anyone can beat anyone, and it is like true. And like we're not just hyping it, but it does. I look at the fixtures week in week out now, and I'm like, I can't really say with much certainty about what way it's going to go.
Harder to pick than a broken nose, Joey. It is, and it makes it special, but it keeps,
You've lost all your hair though from the stress,
Yeah, I used to have hair. But it just keeps it special because we go away, Exeter, whatever happened tonight, and you go away and you go next game going, Jesus, there's no must win, easy wins. And I know it's a cliche and we go on about it, but that's our mindset, which makes it brilliant. So we've got a joy like tonight because we won, but we're just talking about we're going to Friday, Saturday and get back on track because it doesn't matter who we are on the table. It's just that relentless high game pressure that there's no easy wins, and that's brilliant. Everything.
Well, mate, you guys were brilliant tonight. Aaron, congratulations! A fine win. Hey Ben, great company on the mic tonight. Bath, the Southwest Showdown slingers. They've done it. They've deposed the Devonians in their own backyard, and that league title race is still on. There's a few hurdles to come, but I think that we're all licking our lips with anticipation for that round 17 clash between Bath and Loughborough to come. So, hey Ben, you're welcome back anytime. We're going to be watching your exploits in Prem Rugby, and we will be seeing you lot very, very soon on the stream. Where else would you be on a Wednesday? BUCS Super Rugby. We live for Wednesdays.